kid.
You must be. Come on. Anyway, yeah. So we would get stoned by the super bar, and it was all. So that's when Wendy's had a super bar. Do you guys remember this?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, all right.
Hell yeah, dude.
And
build your own salad.
Yeah, some of the guys would hide their weed in the plants.
It's like you gave me a plate. You didn't give me a height restriction. Call me out on getting too much salad. Who gets too much salad?
We would get stoned, and the guy who ran the grill was named Sherman, and he was the greasiest son of a bitch ever.
Yeah.
And I remember we would smoke weed with him, but he would always lick the pipe like it was like pornographic almost. So he's like, we always told Sherman, you got to smoke last because you just skipped.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if I'm turned on. Yeah, it was weird.
He didn't look at you while he did this.
If you keep your eyes closed, it's not gay.
I gave him nuggets. Anyway, so it came to the point where someone's like, turn the fryer back on. And we would cook a bag of nuggets, and I don't know, we laid waste to that. I don't know how it's still open.
Well, I was a grease jockey for a while. I worked for McDonald's, man. And my favorite thing to do, dude, is because we would take a block of the cheese slices and you cut them in half because you put half of it on a fillet of fish. But what nobody else realized except us was that you can also wrap chicken nuggets in the little half strip of cheese.
Absolutely.
And
it's delicious.
I have yet to meet a hangover cure that can hold a fucking candle to that.
Dude, you eat so many nuggets when you work there.
Oh, yeah. Seriously.
Fast food experience, either one of you?
Yes, I worked at McDonald's for 3 weeks.
My God.
Till he found the nuggets. Is that like, I don't think this was the PlayStation
hold jobs
thing.
for very long.
I've held this one.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
He's had 4 jobs. 3 of them were all of it.
Within a month.
It took 2 months to do all 3. The first
I actually
3.
broke my ankle and then they fired me. So
I'm glad you're on the podcast, Richard.
He slipped on some grease.
Kirsten, Bob, see you later.
Step Richard. On a nugget and a
yes, sir.
How do you break your ankle there? I mean, what'd you do?
Actually, I didn't really break my ankle.
You faked it.
I was doing weight training for high school, and I hated that, so I faked breaking my ankle.
How do you...
Oh, you're that kid. I know that kid.
Did you paper mache your ankle to fool him, or
no,
how did you...
I just limped a lot and thought about pain. I don't know. It was just how it worked, so...
Sold it with the tears.
And
You're going to be an amazing comedian. I mean,
and there was a Marine recruiter that would not leave me alone, so that was another incentive to do that.
You want to get in shape to throw them papers, boy.
He wouldn't leave me. He was like, you're a piece of dough, and I want to make you into a cake. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He said what?
He wants to make me into cake. You're a piece of dough, and I want to make you into a cake. And I was like, that's not how it works.
The recruiter told you that.
It's weird when he says easy as pie.
Yeah.
That was
it a Navy recruiter, or was he going to be on a boat?
It was actually a Marine recruiter.
I think that's weird. Was he a chaplain? Because
no. The way I really got rid of him is like, I'm thinking about joining the Air Guard. And he's like, fucking Air Guard? That's getting like a tattoo of a pussy right on your heart.
Did you say Air Garden?
Or Air Guard.
Oh, Air Guard. Okay.
Like the Air Force then.
Yeah. No, it was the Air Guard, so I'd have been a stewardess on a fancy military plane. But I didn't.
I really want to be a flight attendant.
Let's see. We went 15 minutes, Bob, so about 45.
Another 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I may not stay for the whole thing. Sorry, I got a text, so I had to answer it.
Oh, does Mama want you home? Are you in trouble? You're always in trouble, aren't you? Usually. I know Sue. I like her a little better anyway, so I'm siding with Sue on this one. That's all I'm gonna say. So Kirsten, no fast food experience?
No. The only food experience I had was the restaurant, and then I refused to work in food service. I did work at the Sundance, but that wasn't until later.
Yeah, what is the Sundance?
The Sundance is a cowboy bar here in Fort Collins.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Nice.
One of the few bars I did not hit when I was drinking.
Really?
I took one look at the outside of the place and went, there is no way in hell I belong on the other side of those doors.
Those double doors.
No good was going to come from that because my alligator mouth
doors
would have outrun my canary brain so fast in a place like that.
So let me ask you this, Bob. Where's your favorite place? You probably hate every job. I've hated every job I've had, fundamentally.
Yeah.
But like, what's been the most fun? Like, what's been the best story?
The best, honestly, I think the best story is the pet store.
Really?
Yeah.
Why so?
It was a comedy of errors. Like, I worked there for 2 years, and I consider myself lucky to be alive.
Really?
Yeah. And most of it I did to myself.
I've
like,
heard
it wasn't.
Some of these.
Yeah.
That's good.
What? Okay.
Electrocution.
Yeah.
And it didn't even involve an eel.
No, honestly, I have been bitten by pretty much every animal that you could find in a pet store, with the possible exception and with the absolute exception of a tarantula or a scorpion. Those are the only 2 animals that I was not bit by.
Really? So
Yeah.
did you have to go to the hospital at all?
No, I mean, you just get chewed on for a little bit.
Wow.
It depends on the animal. Like,
you never worried?
You just gotta
What do you
walk
mean?
it off.
Yeah, dude, I was like 20. And I was so busy being an underage drunk that I like, the only problem when they drew blood, like, I bled like a sieve because my blood was so thin from all the alcohol I was ingesting. Yeah. I've got to tell you this story. I worked reptiles for most of the time I was in the pet store. Okay.
He's Bob. He's over in reptiles. Bob.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bob Reptiles.
He's scaly.
Yeah. That's it. Slithery. But I was in Slytherin. That's right. And, so I worked reptiles.
that
And
a
then
Harry Potter joke?
one day, yeah, it was.
Okay.
I hate Harry.
Shame on both of you.
I know. Thank you for catching that. I had kind of hoped that it just died, but no. That's
Out of respect,
I don't
I
even
wouldn't say
like
anything.
Harry
You
Potter.
can explain that to me later. I have no
Yeah.
clue what it means. But
All right.
anyway.
I respect you more.
So, I was working reptiles, and I hear, Bob to small animals, and I'm like, oh, that's not going to be. No, that's not good. It's never good. Like, the first thing I do is turn around and start counting snakes in cages. Like, because that's, first of all, it's illegal to do that, like, to feed snakes in public.
Really?
What?
Second of all, yeah,
Why
in
is
Massachusetts it was. We had to put them in big cardboard boxes and feed them. You couldn't display
Why?
because it was traumatic, I think. Like, it
For the
could-
mouse or the snake?
for the viewer.
Okay.
Wow.
Definitely for both of those. Also for the children walking through the pet store.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, and it was whatever. Anyway, so I look around, start counting snakes. Okay, I got everybody I'm supposed to have. So I go walk out there. I'm like, "What's up?" They're like, "You need to get this guy. His daughter wants a gerbil." And I was like,
All wrestled away from the snake.
"Yeah." I was like, "You have the wrong guy." I actually work the other end of the food chain, and I don't know anything about these. I'm like, well, you're up because so and so's on break and such called in sick. So here's the keys. Get after it. I'm like, okay. So I make the little box and I put it down next to the cage. And I look at the little girl and I say, which one did you want, sweetheart? And she said, I want that one. And I said, okay. And I opened it and I chased that little fucker around the cage for about 20 minutes. Got him. And as I got him to, like, from out of the cage, I got him about halfway to me, and that son of a bitch bit me. And I don't mean like I mean that mother. I'm like, ow! So I throw my arm up and launch the gerbil.
Oh my! In front of the child.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. So now the
Gerbil
gerbil.
launch.
Yeah. So the gerbil kind of cartwheels down to the carpet and takes off under a shelving unit. So I hit the floor to grab him, and I look, and he's run into a glue trap. That, yeah.
Oh my god!
I've
taught in inner city schools. I know about glue traps.
So right. So this comedy of errors, right? So now just his two back feet are in the glue trap. So I've been known to exaggerate. I've been known to exaggerate a time or two. All right, but I tell you now, this is the truth. From here on, this actually happened. That gerbil and I made eye contact, and I said, "I will get you out."
Are you high when this happened, Bob? Just
No.
Okay. All right.
Don't you give up on me.
I said, I will get you out, but you can't bite me ever again.
You're bargaining with the gerbil.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, that gerbil nodded at me, man. Like, he gave me that end of the movie close-up nod that, like, you know?
He's in.
Like, get me out, Bob.
All right, he's
Get
in.
me out. And I worked really, really carefully, really, really gently, and I got one foot out. And really, really carefully and really, really gently. And I just got that second foot out, and that sumbitch spun around and bit my other hand. So I come elbowing back out from under the shelf, bleeding like a sieve from both hands. And I turn, and there's the guy and his daughter just looking at me.
Wow.
I look like I've got stigmata. I've got blood running down my arms. I'm like,
He's feisty.
I said,
Now you know why people shove gerbils up their ass. Evil animals.
Dude,
Evil
I'm
animals.
I'll tell you what, man, like after that, every once in a while, I would grab up one of the medium-sized boas, and I'd like get them to wrap around my arm, and I'd just like slowly walk through the small animals, and just like
The bull buffet.
just to let them little fuckers know I remember. Like I have a long memory. And, yeah.
Bob got away.
I had to get somebody to help the poor bastard because I had to go wash out these wounds. I'm like, I don't know.
So was the little girl disgusted because the gerbil got away?
She still wanted a gerbil. So.
You know what? Tell her to go get the damn gerbil.
Right? He's under there. Fucker. And
The little girl grew up to be Lindsay Lohan.
And here's the reason she's messed up, Bob. Good job. Good job.
And my guidance counselor said I would never accomplish anything. Fuck that guy, huh? Winning at life right here.
What's the craziest job you ever had, Richard?
Oh, I worked at Walmart as a customer service representative, and I drive a school bus. So.
Well, you do both jobs.
Is
I did. No,
is that what they're calling it nowadays,
yeah,
Richard?
Yes. But
no longer Uncle Frank.
I guess the best one
He's the school bus driver.
My bus was known as the bus of body fluids because I've had every single, basically, body fluid you could have on a school bus.
Well, is that normal, though? I mean, is that...
I hope not. But
who cleans that?
I do.
Really?
So, yeah,
You gotta get that sawdust out.
I caught a couple engaging in the back.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Well, at least they were engaged.
How old is this couple? High school. Please tell me high school.
It's high
Okay.
school. I mean, I watched it for a while, then I
Christ
stopped
Child
it, but-
Nursery, Larry.
I'm just guessing you watched it for a while. I'd have watched the whole damn thing.
Exactly,
right?
but
And then I had my hand down my pants like Al Bundy, and I'd have slapped him on the ass. Work harder, soldier. I'd have made it creepy for all of us, Richard. This is how I get down.
I didn't know what to tell him because I've never really been there. So what can I say? But
I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing that you've never made it with a teenager in the back of a
That's
school
true,
bus,
that is
Richard.
true.
I
Next
think
time it happens, Richard, I want you to lean against the seat. I want you to take one finger and start digging in your belly button and just looking at them all weird. That's what
No.
Kirsten.
No.
Okay. Oh, that's too far. Okay. I'm sorry. You continue your story.
All right,
Yes,
found Kirsten's line. Next.
I had a kid take a shit on my bus, and that was the worst thing I've ever.
Who does that? Why would you do that?
Why does that sound like a move you would find on Craigslist? Hey, you want to shit on my school bus? It just doesn't-
It was the worst thing I've ever
Missed
experienced in my
opportunity.
life.
section.
The Route 34 shitter.
Yes. It was an after-school program, so it wasn't a normal day of kids. So I don't know if that means anything, but
Oh yeah, the other kids.
this
Yeah,
this
those
kid gets on
evenings, kids.
this kid gets on the bus, and he's just like antsy. I'm like, oh, what the hell's wrong with this kid? He's just like, yeah.
Right.
This little girl tries to sit next to him, and he just screams at her. He's like, ah! And she's bawling. I'm like, what the f- is wrong with this kid? Holy crap! So
Don't
he's-
anger the shitter.
Literally, no pun intended.
I'm taking him to the rec center, the community rec center. 'Cause that's where they
The
go.
rectum center?
Yes, exactly. Barely killed him.
Dun,
And
dun, 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 dun.
we drop all the kids off, and he gets off the bus, and he doesn't seem fidgety anymore. And
Did you drop them off at the pool?
Yes. And I looked at
No, but he did.
looked at the end. You have to check your bus to see if there's any kids left, and I'm walking back. And I'm like, holy shit, someone left a candy bar on this
No, you
bus.
didn't.
Oh no!
And I was like, wait, no.
What is that, Groundhog's Day? No.
No, no.
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
The
Groundhog's
the
Day.
Baby Ruth.
And-
well, they both had Bill Murray in them.
There was
That was the
no
connection.
nuts in it, so that was
6 degrees of Bill Murray. Yeah. Okay.
But I was like, wow,
Wait
that's
a
why that kid
minute.
had a shitty attitude,
As it were.
as it were. But
Wait a minute.
That was the worst thing
Which
I've-
candy bar has corn in it?
So, Richard, did you know the kid who did it? You know the
no,
perpetrator?
I didn't know him because he was
You
after
don't-
school program. So
You didn't know which one did it?
I knew which one did.
So you could
I never saw
identify
him
him in
again.
a lineup.
Yes. I could identify his crap at least. I don't know.
I'm going to have a
Corn.
segment of this podcast that says Moose answers everything, okay?
Gotcha.
I know how to correct every situation. Here's what I'd have done. Here's what Moose Lundstrom would have done. I'd have found out where that kid lived. I'd have shit on his front porch. That's just how I get down, you know what I mean? That's just, Richard, next time,
Don't worry.
Feel
Public
free.
school system will shit on him. So.
That sadly might be true.
I don't think it might be.
we'll come back to the shitting part after we talk to Kristen. You know, I don't want to call you Kristen. I can't
I know,
stop.
it hurts my feelings.
I'm going to call you Little K. Is that all right?
No, but
Oh, a
special
special
case,
K.
okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
With red berries. That's my
Kirsten.
favorite.
Kirsten. All right, my sweeter sister. Funnest job.
Funnest job?
Yeah, what job do you have the most fun in?
This is so lame, but I actually really do enjoy teaching. So I am a teacher.
Sure
I do
you
enjoy
do.
teaching.
That is lame.
I know. That's
You wanna
super,
why?
it's a ton of fun though.
Because you get to teach them, you get to make them grow, and then you get to put them on a bus with Richard to take a shit later. That's
Yeah.
So when they're 10 cans
Yeah.
of pissed off at authority.
I already know out of all my students, I know exactly which kid that would have been.
You identify the shitter? Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
Kirsten, is that
No problem.
okay? What's the craziest things that ever happened to you at work? Tell me a crazy job story.
Well, I used to be the mouse at Chuck E. Cheese,
Yeah.
and I just think